What's going on, everyone? Matt here for the Matt Film Show. Guys, and you can make sure thumbs to subscribe if you guys like. Let's get right into today's video. And in today, I'm gonna be giving you guys my review on Now You See Me, Now You Don't, the third installment, the Now You See Me franchise. This is a franchise that I started watching recently for the first time because I saw that this movie was coming out and I never seen it at that time. So I recently just watched the first one and the second one not that long ago, a couple weeks ago maybe. And do not know why, after watching those two, I do not know why I never saw it, right? But I really enjoyed it. It's magic. I love watching magic shows. I've been to a couple magic shows that are stunning. People are like magicians and everything, are fascinating, stunning, you know what I mean? Amazing tricks that the magician shows and all that. So I really like the magic stuff. I really like magic shows. I really like illusions. I love watching, like I said, I love watching magic and illusions and all that. So that got me interested, and I just do not know why I'm late to Now You See Me. But glad that I finally saw Now You See Me. Stare at the cast, Woody Harrelson, Mark Ruffalo, Jesse Eisenberg, you know what I mean? Morgan Freeman, right? All those characters, actors, very stellar cast, great actors and actresses, and ensemble cast, you know what I mean? And I like to watch movies like that are ensemble, you know what I mean? Stellar cast. I like to watch those type of stuff. So I really enjoyed the first one, and I really enjoyed the second one, and they're back and making Now You See Me. This one's called Now You See Me, Now You Don't. I like the title. I think that it's very creative with the titles. They're getting creative with these titles. You know what I mean? And so I will give you guys a premise to cast some overall thoughts on this movie. So the premise is the four horsemen return to recruit three skilled illusionists for high stakes involving their theft of the world's largest Queen Diamond of powerful family crime syndicate. The movie is distributed by Lionsgate, and the movie stars Jesse Eisenberg as J. Daniel Atlas, Woody Harrelson as Merritt McKinney, Dave Franco as Jack Ryder, Isa Fisher as Henley Reeves, Morgan Freeman as Thaddeus Bradley, Justice Smith as Charlie, Dominic Sessa as Bosco Leroy, and Ariana Greenblatt as June, Rosemary Pike as Veronica Vanderberg. So a lot, obviously, star cast. Jesse Eisenberg is a great actor. I like to watch a lot of his movies. Obviously, he was in Superbad with Jonah Hill, classic movie. Obviously, he was Lex Luthor in the DCEU in Batman vs. Superman and Zack Snyder's Justice League. And a lot of other great movies that I really enjoy watching them. Obviously, Woody Harrelson. He was in the, I think Jesse Eisenberg and Woody Harrelson was in the Zombie Land films. I think they made two of them. I remember watching those films, and I quite enjoyed them. They were both in it. Not that I remember they were both in it. But Woody Harrelson, great actor as well. He was in Zombieland with Jesse Eisenberg. He was also in he was also Carnage, right? Wasn't he Carnage? I believe he was Carnage in Venom Let There Be Carnage. I think he was Carnage. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he played Carnage in the Spider-Man Spider-Verse film universe that they were trying to, but did not work. And then obviously Morgan Freeman, the great Morgan Freeman. Very talented actor. I love Morgan Freeman. I love watching movies with Morgan Freeman. The Has Fallen films are I like watching those films. I think there were 3 of them or 4 of them. I think there's been 3 of them. Very talented actor. He looks the same. He looks the same in all the movies. He looks like he never aged, right? He looks like he never aged, but no. He's like 80 something years old now, and man, you know, still looking good, making movies. Justice Smith, I remember him from the Pokemon movie, Pokemon Detective Pikachu. He was in that movie, and I can't remember if I enjoyed that movie or not. Then you also have Ariana Greenblatt, which was in um, Borderlands, not that, like the last year. But yeah, so yeah, this is Now You See Me, Now You Don't, the third installment of this movie. And so this movie is basically, like I said, they're back. The Four Horsemen are back, trying to recruit 3 skilled illusionists, and they're trying to, you know what I mean, get a hold of this diamond. They want a diamond. They start this heist and everything, trying to get this diamond. The magic tricks that they show, the illusionists, are mind-blowing to me because they're so cool. And I think just the whole world of Now You See Me with the magic and the illusionist is just so cool to see, mind-blowing. Great action scenes, stellar scenes with the illusionist and everything. This is a franchise that is back 9 years later. It's been 9 years since Now You See Me 2 released. Do not know why it took so long. I think the Now You See Me and Now You See Me 2 were like 3 years in between it. Now they took 9 years for this third one. But I'm very happy that they're back because I really, like I said, watching the first 2, really enjoyed it. I'm very happy. I really have fun with this franchise now that I've seen the first 2 very enjoyable films, and I really enjoyed this third one as well. Very fun and entertaining. Like I said, like I keep saying, the tricks and illusions are mind blowing. Like I said, very cool tricks that they come up with, and if you like magic, you love illusions and magic and love all that, I think this is the movie for you. If you like that from the previous 2 ones and you enjoyed the first 2, you're gonna enjoy Now You See Me, Now You Don't. It kind of reminded me of I saw Magic and Illusionist couple times in Las Vegas, and in one of the other casinos, if I remember correctly. David Copperfield. There we go. That's David Copperfield. You guys have not seen David Copperfield, go watch David Copperfield. The illusion, he's the greatest magician illusion that I have seen. I've never seen any other illusions besides David Copperfield. I want to see more. Hopefully I get to see more shows. But man, I am mind blown. I've seen him 3 times and I met him. I actually met David Copperfield. I have a picture with him. I took a picture with him and I met him. And I was mind blown of what I saw with that. And so watching Now You See Me, Now You Don't, and not only this one, but the previous 2, reminded me watching David Copperfield, because I had flashbacks and watching. I was like, oh man, this was so cool. It reminded me so much of that show. So I had a lot of, would say, a connection, right, with this film. But this was a fun, entertaining film. I really enjoyed the heist, the stakes, the magic, the illusions in this one. They start off with the illusionist, like they start off their return, and this movie does take 9 years later from the last one, because it's actually been 9 years since the last one, so it actually does take 9 years space. It's not like, oh, 1 year, like, no, this movie is actually like set 9 years later, so they're back 9 years later doing all this magic show, doing all these tricks for the people and all that. And so I thought that was so cool. Now they also talking about this movie is I am very looking forward to seeing more of Now You See Me films after watching the third one, because when you watch a trilogy, you might think that that's it, right? That they made the trilogy, that was it, and that was it. But I don't think that's not the case here. Now You See Me. They did announce a 4th one at CinemaCon this year, and I did do a video talk about that when I did my CinemaCon video earlier this year, back in April, when I dropped that video, that they announced the fourth one. And I watching this third one make a fourth one. I want not only make a fourth one, but make a fifth one and make a sixth one and make as much as you can. Because this is a franchise I'm gonna keep going into. You know, because there are sometimes franchises, at least for me, that are 1, 2, 3 films, and you're like, that's it. You know what I mean? I'm done. They ended it very well. They ended a perfect trilogy. They ended it very, very well. I think they're done with this franchise. I think 10, 15, 20 years or 5 years later, depending how long it they take, they announce a fourth film, and you're like, really? Another one? Why? And so I think I'm not the only person who thinks that. And so I think that they should continue with this, because I don't think that this should be the last. I think that there's still more tricks and illusions that they could do to keep these films, keep going. So I understand they announced the fourth one, but I wouldn't mind them coming out with the fifth one. You know what I mean? I think there still could be more enjoyable moments from this franchise now that it's becoming a trilogy. And so, like I said, I think that this film is very enjoyable. I think if you love magic, if you like watching illusions, this is for you. You enjoyed the first two, you're gonna enjoy this one. The same magic tricks are still here, but they take it up a notch. They make it better. Different tricks, you know what I mean? Mind blowing. But like I said, if you like magic illusions, you're gonna like this movie. And you know, coming here thinking about what they could be called the fourth film, because this is Now You See Me, Now You Don't, which I think that this is a very clever title. I really like that title, by the way. You know, the first one's Now You See Me, the second one's just Now You See Me 2. This is Now You See Me, Now You Don't. I do not know how long they could make this franchise for, you know what I mean, going forward. Do not know how many films they have planned. But like I said, as of right now, they only announced the fourth film. Whether or not it's the final film, I have a couple titles for this fourth film. I think this could be called Now You See Me, The Final Illusion. Since it's about illusions and all that, if they make the fourth one the final one, I think Now You See Me, The Final Illusion could be a great title for this one. If they make if the fourth one is the final one. And another one that I thought of was Now You See Me, The Final Act. You know, because of magic act and all that, right? So the final illusion or the final act is what I could see them calling the fourth one. Anyways, I think this is a film that I think you guys should go watch this one, especially if you're a fan of the first two films. And if you love magic and illusions, tricks and all that, this is the movie for you. And this brings the same charm and enjoyable moments, the entertaining moments from the previous two in here. They just go right ahead, and this movie starts off with magic. Like, there's no like, oh, we have to wait, this movie's gonna start on, we have to wait 10, 15, 20 minutes for this. Like, no, this movie just starts off with the magic and the tricks and all up you see right away. You know, they start off right away. And so I really enjoyed that they just, boom, you're right into it. And you're entertained because you're mind blown of all these magic tricks. Like, oh, that's so cool that they could do this. You probably never thought that stuff could be made with illusions and all that. So in a way, I think if you've never seen an illusion or magic show in life, like in real life, this is the closest thing to it, right? But personally for me, well, I have seen illusions and magic in real life shows. Like I said, I went to 2 of them, David Copperfield, 2 different ones. And watching these films, you already know, it's like, oh yeah, you know, I already seen these stuff, but you're like, what else could they do with magic illusions, right? What else could they bring? And they were able to bring similar stuff with what David Copperfield was able to do, but different, you know what I mean? And so I really enjoyed that. So yeah, you know what I mean? they're back. Now You See Me's back 9 years later. I think this is a fun, entertaining film. I think you should just go watch this film. Star stellar cast. You know what I mean? Star stellar cast. Morgan Freeman, Jesse Eisenberg, Ariana Greenblatt, Dominic Sessa, Justice Smith, Issa Fisher, Dave Franco, Woody Harrelson. Stellar cast, great actors, great actresses, and this is a great cast of that were in the previous two films. They're not back here, and they're great how they were in the previous two. So yeah, let me know in the comments below if you guys have seen Now You See Me, Now You Don't, or you guys gonna watch Now You See Me, Now You Don't. Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought in the previous two films. If you guys didn't hear, make sure to thumbs up, subscribe, if you guys like, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you guys for continuous support. I'm going to appreciate it, and I'll see you. Peace out.